Amidst the rumor storm, Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson spotted traveling together. The rumor started with a small post on a fan forum. A user took a picture of a silhouette by a glass window, a silhouette that resembled Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson, walking together at an airport in Europe. The post went viral, and within hours, major entertainment news sites like Gossip Central, Hollywood Insider, and Star Watch all reposted it. Headlines like, "Are Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson secretly dating? 50 Shades of Grey stars spotted together." The comments under each post were like a raging river. "Are they a new couple? I always thought Jamie was a good match for Dakota. It's just a PR stunt, there's no clear evidence." Fans were divided, those who believed and those who didn't. On social media, the hashtag Jamie Dakota together even trended for a few hours. Jamie Dornan is in London working on a new film, while Dakota Johnson is in Los Angeles, working on an independent film. They've both kept a low profile. Jamie's manager issued a statement saying, "There is nothing but a close friendship between the two artists," while Dakota's representative simply said, "She has no comment." That explanation has helped somewhat, but the more silence, the more rumors have spread. In the age of social media, the information vacuum is where rumors thrive. The two celebrities seem caught in a media storm, scrutinized for every move, every trip, every random photo. Every time Jamie appears at an evening event, rumors are raised that he flew Dakota to London on a private jet. But neither has a clear photo, just a blurry image, a side angle, a reflection in the glass, enough to raise suspicion. Meanwhile, some newspapers even published exclusive contacts with the person who was supposed to be Dakota's driver or assistant. Some spread the news that they rented a villa together in Provence, France, or traveled around Europe together. The rumors spread to the point that fans tried to find evidence. They analyzed photos, compared watches, checked flight schedules. Fake Instagram accounts were created, posting photos of the two, appearing at the same time, in Paris, Venice, Mykonos. But it was very difficult to distinguish between real and fake, because the photos were all from hidden angles or cropped. Jamie and Dakota's lives continued as usual, but the shadow of rumors now covered their every step. 2. The eyes of reporters. Before the secret trip took place, there were a few experienced reporters who had followed the rumors for a long time. Among them, there was Emily Turner, an entertainment journalist for Spotlight Daily. She had previously reported rumors of copying Hollywood stars from a shady angle, and this time, she sensed that the Jamie Dakota rumor might be a hidden truth. Emily tried to contact an anonymous source in the Hollywood star management industry, and this person suggested that Jamie and Dakota might be preparing a trip together to cool off the noisy life, and also to test whether the rumors were true or not. If there were photos, it would be an extremely attractive bait for readers. Emily immediately made a plan: charter a small plane, set up a night newspaper headquarters in Nice, France, and be ready to receive moving news from mobile phones immediately. She assigned her professional paparazzi team a task: if they really go together, take clear photos of their faces, of the two interacting, of their resting scenes, not through the glass or reflection. She wanted the story to no longer be a shady one, but concrete evidence. At the same time, another group of paparazzi from TMZ Europe also received exclusive tips of high value related to Jamie and Dakota. Many people in the industry began to monitor the artists' flight schedules, published plane tickets, airport pickup and drop-off activities, luxury hotels. In the late nights, photographers searched Nice Airport, Monaco Airport, Cannes Marina, remote resorts on the Mediterranean coast. The job of paparazzi is now not just about taking secret photos, but also about tactics, distributing locations, following travel routes, changing hiding places, transferring hospitals, according to changing flight schedules. The network of rumors, paparazzi, social networks merged into a vortex of excitement. Emily once told herself, if she had good photos, the story would break the veil of silence of celebrities, opening up an entertainment blockbuster. She knew she was playing with the boundaries of journalistic ethics, but the pressure of competition, advertising profits and the urge to attract views made her unable to back down. 3. Mysterious departure. One spring night, Jamie Dornan in London received a call from Dakota Johnson's agent. Dakota wants to go to Europe. She needs a break. She wants you to go with her. Jamie hesitated for a moment, but maybe because of the pressure of rumors, or because he wanted to keep the truth in his own hands, he nodded. They decided to depart from London, but not by commercial flights. They chartered a private plane from Farnborough, flying straight to Nice. Before takeoff, they both informed a few close friends, do not post anything about this trip. They brought a small luggage, a few comfortable clothes, books, headphones, personal cameras. That evening, as the plane took off, paparazzi reporters were able to follow people to the airport, the gate, the shuttle. Emily Turner, from the Spotlight Daily office, received word from the paparazzi that the private plane had left London at 9:30 p.m. and was headed to Nice. She flew to Paris, a few hours away from Nice, to get ready. The flight was quiet in the night. Dakota and Jamie sat side by side in the small cabin, silent, talking only in hushed tones. They didn't use any communication devices, avoiding public phone calls. Dakota looked out the window, watching the night sea below. Jamie quietly typed a text message into his phone, but didn't send it. They knew they could be monitored, but they both wanted to keep this trip private, at least from the general public. When they landed at Nice Airport early in the morning, they were taken by limousine to a small seaside resort, hidden between cliffs and a small island offshore. It was a secluded villa, not part of a larger resort chain, and was code-named Residence Blue. There was no big sign, just a pale blue gate and 2 olive trees beside it. The initial scene, blue sky, rolling waves, the morning sun gently touching the red-tiled roof of the white villa. It's the perfect setting for a beach getaway. But for keen-eyed photographers, the secret is just a challenge to conquer. They've pulled out a map of the resort, hired a small boat from the port to approach from the sea, and placed guards at high points overlooking the villas. Telephoto cameras, mini drones, listening devices, all ready. Emily Turner and her team of photographers arrived in Nice early in the morning. They split into groups. Group A took a boat to approach from the sea, Group B drove a car to the top of the hill to observe from above, and Group C pretended to be tourists to easily access the resort gate. 4. First day at the villa. The Residence Blue Villa is a peaceful place, at least in the early hours. Dakota Johnson emerged from her bedroom early in the morning, wearing a white robe, a cup of coffee in hand. She went out onto the balcony facing the sea, breathing in the salty air. Jamie Dornan also stepped out of the house, wearing jeans and a light linen shirt. They greeted each other with a light hug, no noise, no show, then sat across from each other, sharing a few slices of bread and orange juice. That scene, if anyone could take a clear photo of their faces, would be strong evidence. 2 people sitting and chatting, gentle smiles, intimate eyes. But the paparazzi group did not have access to such a high level of photography. They only had images from afar, through telescopes, through drones dotted with leaves. Emily stood on the quarry on the other side of the cliff, hidden in the shade, panning her lens toward the villa's shore, waiting for a clear moment. Dakota and Jamie talked about the film project after breakfast, about the manuscript they were reading, and about their desire to get away from the noise of social networks for a few days. They decided to go boating on the beach this afternoon, and cook together in the villa's garden in the evening. They felt comfortable not having to act for the public, when they were just 2 friends sharing ordinary moments. Around noon, Dakota, wearing a white maxi dress, a wide-brimmed hat, and sunglasses, walked out to the front yard. Jamie brought a small camera with her and took a few photos of the seascape, clouds, and waves crashing on the shore. They laughed and joked, exchanged commands on choosing angles, and adjusted the camera together, simple actions, but if captured clearly enough, it would create a scandal. But the paparazzi could only take photos from a distance, small images, the wind obscured the leaves, and the light was blurry. In the afternoon, they boarded a small boat, a private yacht of the resort, to go out to sea to watch the sunset. Dakota sat leaning against the railing, her hair flying in the wind, her eyes looking at the horizon. Jamie held the lens and panned back and forth. Sometimes he turned to say something to Dakota, and they both giggled. The sunset, the calm sea, the silhouettes of the two people blending into the purple-red background of the sky and sea. If captured clearly, it would be a famous, blockbuster, photo. Paparazzi grouper at sea tried to approach the yacht with a small auxiliary boat, keeping a distance to avoid being detected. They panned their lenses, panned their angles, panned their moments, but the big waves and low position made the photos blurry. Group B on the hill tried to pan their lenses from a large distance, but were blocked by trees. Group C pretended to be tourists, went into the resort yard to ask for a break for tea, asked the staff, asked for the location of the villa, code Residence Blue, hoping to use the view from the garden of the neighboring resort to capture the balcony scene. That first day ended with a few blurry photos, Dakota's hair flying, Jamie's silhouette beside their silhouettes on the yacht at sunset. The paparazzi group sent the photos to Emily Turner. She opened the file and looked carefully. Did anyone recognize their faces? Some of the photos were sharp enough, with side angles, low light. Not yet of journalistic quality. She said, "You need to have clear faces, interaction, and you need to see their eyes." That night, she presented the group, planning the next day's strategy, getting closer, changing her hiding position, attaching a new telephoto lens. Storm of rumors. At the same time, rumors about the trip spread on social media. A Turkish blog claimed to have seen Jamie and Dakota on a yacht in Bodrum, based on a blurry photo sent by a tourist. The post had thousands of likes and shares. Entertainment sites quickly followed suit. Jamie and Dakota are cruising the Mediterranean. The new couple was spotted in the middle of the blue sea. Just the two names appearing together in a sentence, the news caused a stir among fans. Some on the opposing side said, "It's just a coincidence, it's just a social media fabrication, Jamie and Dakota have never confirmed anything." But many believed, they saw the cryptic movements, the anonymous villa, the slow-moving yacht, exactly how the two avoided being photographed. One website hypothesized, could it be that Jamie and Dakota are secretly filming a suburban scene, posing as two secret characters, and then posting these images for PR purposes? But there was no evidence. The rumors were further fanned, especially when fans analyzed the blurry photos, zoomed in, compared the figure, the fluttering skirt folds with old photos of Dakota. Emily Turner felt pressured. She knew that without clear photos, the article would be criticized as unfounded hypothesis. But if there were clear photos, it would be a big win. She decided on a top-secret operation. If they went out to the balcony or used a window facing the sea the next day, take a photo from a high drone, to record their faces from above, with less obstruction. Before the new day began, Emily texted the group, "Tomorrow morning they will go to the north balcony overlooking the sea at dawn, waiting for that moment." She also sent a map of the resort with the coordinates of the villa. The photography team prepared a high-resolution flycam, 800mm telephoto lens, low-light filter, and waited. 6. The decisive day. The next morning, the sky was clear but a light mist covered the sea. Emily Turner and her team had set up the flycam from 3 high positions around the villa, while the mainland team focused on looking out to the balcony. Their small charter plane was now hidden behind the hill, ready to fly over the villa to capture the image from above. The whole team strained their eyes to wait for the opening moment, at exactly 5:45 a.m. Dakota Johnson opened the third-floor balcony window, wearing a thin robe, her hair still a bit messy, and walked out to the railing. Jamie Dornan followed, in shorts, a white t-shirt, holding a cup of tea. Dakota looked out to sea thoughtfully. Jamie said something softly. They stood about a meter apart, their eyes gentle. The sky was a pale pink, and a light mist was faintly visible on the water. The drone panned down from a high position, taking an angle from the ceiling and hovering. The lens captured Dakota's face more clearly, dreamy eyes, sparkling silver earrings, and Jamie's calm face, smiling lips. This photo, if processed well, would be the clearest evidence ever. The ground-based paparazzi panned from the window, to the balcony, to the garden, hoping for more photos from behind, from different angles. Dakota turned around, smiled at Jamie, and walked into the house. Jamie stood for a moment, looking out to sea, then went back in. The whole moment, if not for the drone, would have been hard to detect. But the drone recorded a series of consecutive photos, about 10 clear photos, enough to serve as evidence. Emily received the OK signal, pressed the save button, and transmitted the photos to London within 5 minutes using the charter plane's satellite connection. At around 6:15, the paparazzi team lowered the charter plane and flew over the villa, panning from above, capturing the facade of the villa, the tiled roof, and the silhouette of a person in the long lens. In the photo, there was a slim figure standing on the second-floor balcony, hair flying, a thin shirt back. Anyone with sharp eyes could recognize it as Dakota. That scene further reinforced the hypothesis that the two were together. The group immediately retreated to a hiding position, collected the drone, and prepared to send the photos to Emily and partner news sites as soon as the plane returned to Nice.